Hi, you're watching Rooftop City. I'm Anita.
And I'm Shan. Today on Rooftop City, we look at breaking stuff for fun. It's a new phenomenon that we jump on board. We'll also be looking at body image in the media, and we have some special guests that have attended FTI.
Awesome, a big show ahead. We also have local band Slinky J. They'll be performing their latest single, Love Seed, a little bit later on in the show. Yes, Love Seed.
Love Seed.
Right. Yep.
Well, that certainly is original.
I'll leave you with whatever is going through your head right now. But our first segment, some people think it's therapeutic or others think it's psychotic. Their first was planking, then there was Gangnam Style. Now they're breaking stuff, breaking lots of stuff. It's an unusual hobby rapidly sweeping our nation. Let's take a look.
I bought the house about a year ago. They've been smashing things for about a year as well, longer at the other houses. Just my mates, you know, can't choose them. They're with me for life.
Man, such a busy week. Cannot wait to get home and break some shit. It's gonna be awesome.
It's not healthy, it's not normal, but then again, my friends aren't normal. They aren't healthy. They're just kind of sick in the head. Once, Finlay, one of my old mates, he sprayed me with citronella and I chased him and he got cut on a piece of glass. It was funny. I sprayed him with some shaving foam. Well, damage to my spa, damage to my pond, damage to my fence, cracks in the walls. It's like the list goes on. We've lost the washing machine and a dryer. Just smashing it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know where they get some of this shit, eh? Some of it I do, most of it I don't.
So the breaking thing, I don't know. It's kind of enjoyable. I really like it. It's hard to explain. It's more like the feeling of I don't know. You know, you get treated like a dog in work and especially in society. You know, we're young. We ain't got not much to do. We're still the bottoms. We're not the head of the corporation. So it's nice to know that you have control over something, and it's nice to know that you can break stuff that's you know, something that someone put a lot of effort into creating. Gins. I don't know what he would think about it. He's very voiceful in his opinion of it. He doesn't like it at all.
Yeah, it does infuriate me sometimes, but most of the times I can't do anything.
All in all, I mean, I could do it forever. It is quite an enjoyable sort of thing, but whether or not society would look upon that in a, I don't know, positive sort of limelight, I don't know. We just have to live it and see what happens.
Psychotic. Absolutely psychotic stuff. I never thought I'd say this, but Gangnam Style is sort of becoming or seeming more attractive to me than that. That's crazy, really.
Don't worry, it's all right. We're going to be fine because I've saved the Xbox.
Oh my God, thank God. You saved the Xbox. Now I can breathe a little bit better or not. But you know, that's actually really clever because talking about gaming and stuff, it's a nice little segue into our next segment.
Is that so? Well,
yeah.
Who would have thunk it? What comes to your mind when you think of games? Is it sort of something like a good old-fashioned chessboard or a game of hide and seek or football? Or nowadays, is it more of like a 14-year-old boy just barricaded into his room with a controller just permanently soldered into his hands?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much all of the above that you've just said, but our presenter Greg investigates further the world of gaming. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Greg Pereira, and we're here today to talk to you about gaming. Gaming has been with us for many centuries, whether it be cards, chess, through to board games, and through to today's more current computer games. Is gaming good? Is it not? Well, I've gone to the streets to find out, ask the people what they think about gaming.
I think it's a problem because for the young kids, yeah, it's good to have educational games, but I don't think the violence game, the shooting and all those things is necessary. And also actually draw kids away from going out to play on the park.
I don't really know what to say. I think that gaming's good, but it's some of the people in gaming that annoy me.
I think gaming's pretty good as a whole, as long as it engages like people's brain, you know, they're not just kind of sitting there mindlessly playing stuff, you know, just for nothing and there's no point of it and it just ends.
It's amazing. I don't know how people live without it.
Modern gaming. Things have changed quite a bit from the original 80s tabletop games in pizza parlours through to the stand-up games in arcades, right through to today's more sophisticated home gaming consoles.
But I used to play games every day. Well, any spare time that I got, I'd just sit down and play games. After school, come home, play some games, watch some TV. Well, huge fan of Halo, always will be. Then I discovered Borderlands. Best game in the world. Epic game. It's just the fact that you can just roam a whole world without having to go anywhere. Don't do it just to get away from the world. I like the world. I just like going on adventures. I just don't like walking anywhere.
Well, basically I would improve it by more violence, better graphics, more time in the day, just generally just kind of boost it up a little bit to what it was before.
Oh, well, I couldn't change anything because I don't know enough about it to want to change something.
The only thing I'd change about gaming would probably be the violence in gaming, like so much blood, like just killing someone sometimes.
Actually, I don't think it'd be anything. I like it as it is.
Tennis, that's the only game I play. But I think that's what they need to do, games that the kids can take it outdoor or even indoor, but they can do physical work with it. Yes, that's what I'll change if I have the power or I have the knowledge to create a game.
Gaming, it's still quite a grey area. Some people like it, some people don't. Doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon though. I'm Greg Pereira for Central TAFE News.
Thanks, Greg, for that insightful report there. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but we won't be very long at all, so stay with us. We'll be back soon on Rooftop City.
Welcome back to Rooftop City. We hope you've enjoyed the show so far today, but moving on to our next segment. Every day we're bombarded with images of what the fashion industry thinks the average person aspires to be. But is it an unrealistic expectation, not only for the consumer, but also for the models portraying this so-called perfection? Our next segment is called Models in the Media. Let's take a look.
Models in the media are creating an unattainable goal for how women should look in our society. With these young girls being exposed to images that are unrealistic, they begin to develop self-esteem issues, and then they become dissatisfied with their own bodies. This can make girls think that they need to go on drastic diets and even stop eating altogether.
It affected the people around her more because it got a bit full on. She had fights every night with her family. It was a bit hard to watch her go through that, and seeing her so skinny, it actually encouraged me to keep a healthy weight more than getting thin and worrying about body image and stuff, so it made me more concerned about being healthy.
Eating disorders may develop from many predisposing conditions. For example, the person may have some previous anxious or depressive symptoms and place an overimportance on their body image. Their thinking becomes somewhat distorted into unhelpful thinking styles, such as only seeing or focusing on what and when they eat and how much they exercise. I decided to take to the streets and ask the question, which of these girls is more appealing?
the plus size model?
Well, the plus size model just looks healthier. I think she's just a standard size, like size 12 or something, and the other one's just not so much. They look like they need a sandwich.
The skinny one, because she looks determined. She knows what she wants and she wants to get it. But I mean, for body-wise, probably the plus size one. It's just more fun.
She's too skinny, and she's got thunder thighs and big hips and a big gut and a bit buxom.
Friends and family should listen compassionately and focus on their love for the person as a person and not their behaviour. They should try to encourage that person to seek professional help from a hospital or public mental health clinic or a psychologist, or even find a program specifically for eating disorders.
If you know of anyone suffering from an eating disorder, please encourage them to seek help with their local GP. But for now, it's over to Anita, who is on the couch waiting for our special guest.
Thanks, Sian. Yes, straight from his stint as Frankenfurter, we've got our local actor, Andrew Simpson, who's joining us. Drum rolls, he's on his way in. Andrew,
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to see you. Take a seat. You are one busy, busy man.
Yes, it's been a really busy month, yeah.
Yeah, you've just rushed over from the Friends Hotel, is that right?
Yeah,
or
the restaurant just,
Hyatt?
yeah.
Friends Restaurant at the Hyatt.
Yes, that's the one, yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the role there, what's going on?
Yeah, basically I was asked to write and direct a full cast of Rocky Horror, with a cast of 10 I think we had, and like a dinner theatre night, but it's the full movie done on a very small stage. And I played the part of Frankenfurter and also the director, which is a huge task.
Yeah.
And I take my hat off to directors now.
Far
Absolutely.
out. How did you manage to do both?
Yeah, just a different headspace. I had to, completely separate Frankenfurter from the director, obviously, as otherwise it would have been very messy. But yeah, it is a very difficult role. I think Frankenfurter, I've been doing it for years now, so I can do that quite naturally. But the directing role, actually ordering people around, was quite quite interesting. And yeah, I've got a new respect for actors now too. What we all go through and how it works. Yeah.
Well, it would have also helped your acting as well, given you another perspective.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's just, you get yelled at by a director and you think they're being harsh on you, but in actual fact, they're just trying to hold everything together and get the best performance. So it's a very difficult job.
Oh, great.
So,
now, just tell us a little bit about dinner theatre in WA. It's fairly a new concept, isn't it, in Perth?
Yeah, I think in the 80s and 90s we had the Civic Theatre restaurant, which was fantastic. It was a good outlet to go if you're into that sort of thing, and it kind of dwindled off, and now we've got a lack of that in Perth. And there seems to be quite a want and a need in Perth for tribute shows, and particularly dinner theatre tribute shows. So we're jumping right on the bandwagon.
Well, I believe it's a win-win situation. I mean, you're going out to watch a theatre show, and you get a decent meal as well.
Yeah.
And do you involve the audience?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
We let them have the entree and their main meal, but as soon as dessert comes out, we start attacking them when the show starts.
And
so
how do they feel about that?
It's such a mixed reaction. I mean, people know what they're getting. They know they're going to be picked on, and they know it's going to be very over the top and fun. But there's still that sort of sense of what are you going to do, and are you going to drag me up on stage? And of course we do randomly to lots of people. So.
I suppose you sort of read their body language as to say, okay, which ones are keen to come up, and which audience members just want to sort of lay low.
Yeah, I think so. We've got this thing where the characters are in lingerie and stilettos and high heels, so it's very uncomfortable anyway. But we sort of just appear at somebody's table while they're eating, and we sort of know if they're getting into it or they want us to back off. But 9 times out of 10, they want to join.
Well, that's
great. It's a big party.
So is this something that people need to pre-purchase tickets to?
Yes, go straight to Friends Restaurant, straight to the website, or just go there directly, and you have to get your tickets first. It sells out really quick.
Okay, fantastic. Is there a website that people can maybe, if they're not familiar with Rocky Horror, I know there's probably not many people out there, but they can read up a little bit more about it?
Sure, yeah. I think there's a big spiel on the actual Friends website, so if you go straight to their website, it's got it all there and what you're having for dinner and all the fabulous meals that they do.
So
it's great.
Pick their menus as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. Look, don't go anywhere, because we'll be talking to you again a little bit more after the break, and I'll be joined with 2 other aspiring actors as well. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Rooftop City. Welcome back to Rooftop City. Now joining us on the couch as well with Andrew is Baden Harris and Jess Hegarty, two more local actors from FTI. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Now FTI, it's new to me. I haven't heard about it before. Can you tell us a little bit about what this course involves?
Mainly it just is a class of about, I don't know, sort of 15 people, like sort of 10 to 15 people coming together learning about screen acting. And it's done in a sort of a 30-week diploma course, and in that time, you know, you learn all the necessary skills to sort of function in a feature film, both like to have the skills to be able to act in it as well as to sort of know what goes on a film.
Right, now just Baden said that only 15. Is it quite hard to get into? Is there a process of you know, being picked to be a part of that 15?
There is an audition process. I think, well, at least at the time I went through, there was about, I think, 40 or 50 people that auditioned, and you have to prepare, I think, 2 monologues, and then they just kind of interview you and see if you're, I guess, ready for the course.
Right, so it's not a beginner's course then.
No.
You need to have some experience beforehand, is that correct?
Well, I guess, Fern, who runs it, I guess she just looks at each person individually and whether they're ready to be pushed and to be professional about it, because it's such a fun course, but it is about taking it to that next level. Like, what do you need to do? You know, come into class with your lines learnt, and being prepared to apply that when you get on set.
Right, okay. And have you guys all worked together? Did you go through the course all together, Andrew?
Baden and I did.
Oh, right,
I think Jess was in 2 courses before us, but we all sort of know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So has there been opportunities where you've actually acted against each other?
I've known Jess for quite a few years and we've acted together in quite a few things.
Okay.
And Andrew and I
We never actually did act
we
together,
actually
but we
never
were in the
had-
same class,
yeah,
but
we
we never
never
actually
had
acted
ended
in a
up-
scene together, which is...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could come up.
I'm sure it will happen at Perth. You kind of get put against everyone at some point or another.
Yeah. Is it quite a challenging course for people to, do they need to go into it thinking, okay, if I don't give 110%, then you're not going to get anything out of it?
I think it's, look, you can do it and slack off and not really apply, but because my course was a couple of years ago, seeing the difference between people who use those skills and kind of really gave their all and people who kind of went, oh, yeah, another course under my belt, now where's the roles? Some people have really shot off and done heaps of amazing things, and some people have just sat there and really kind of not gotten a lot out of it because they didn't put a lot into it.
Right,
So it does, yeah, you can do either, but the end result is, you know, a result of that.
So Baden, what was, did you get a role straight after, out of the course?
After I finished the course, I sort of worked for a while because I just needed some money after the sort of 30 weeks of just studying. And then as soon as I started to apply myself for roles, I got one at the very start of the year pretty much.
And what was that? What did that
It was for a 4th year TAFE film, I think, which was a really, really good opportunity. It was in sort of this abandoned hotel thing. It was a really, really cool thing to film.
Right.
And it was, yeah.
Okay, and you've both obviously had other opportunities come out from this course?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I was in the Great Mint Swindle during the course.
Yeah.
So Fern Nicholson's teaching us and we're actually applying it at the same time. So very scary and very fun, and it was amazing.
Well, by the sounds of it, you guys have achieved some great things from the course. How can people find out a little bit more about FTI?
I think just visit the website, look up FTI or go on their Facebook page and you can find all you need to know.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for joining us on the couch and on Rooftop City today, guys. It's been a pleasure having you and chatting to you. We'll have all of that information up on our website, rooftopcity.com.au, and also all other information about all of our segments today as well. Thanks again for joining us. That is all we have time for today. We've hoped you enjoyed the show and all of our topics that we've discussed. But now I think we leave you with our local band member. I'm going to cross to Shan. I'm Anita.
Thanks, Anita. That's right. We are leaving you just enough time for that Slinky J performance of their latest single, Love Seed. We're excited. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your company. Good night from us here at Rooftop City.
Tell you loves it. Can I make it broken if I was now? If I'm so acquainted, why do I found a way to pull me down. Even in the sky, I will love you now. If I'm so quaint, why do I sleep alone? I will love me like you do. Love seems pull me through. I will love me like you do. Love seems break me out. Hear me out, play silence. Lie to me in colors we can only see. If I'm so quaint, why do I sleep alone? Oh, I will love me like you do. Love sees pull me through. I will love me like you do.